So last night I printed out this little drawing. Basically the radius of that is the same as that, so I can just sit that on there and then mark the centre to drill through. I've also marked the inner one, which would be approximately the outside of the bush, which has to go on here. And what I can do is get my dividers and just make a little mark just so that I can roughly line it up. And then what we'll do is we'll drill through from the other side through the bush, so it doesn't matter if it's slightly off centre, the hole will still be in the correct place. The other thing I might do with these is put these back to back and then use one to drill through the other, just to make sure that they are 100% in the same place. So I can put some bolts through just to locate it all again, and that should work quite well. So yeah, we'll get the mag drill set up now and we'll drill the hole for the pin. They will have to go back on the milling machine at some point because they will need boring out to take a hardened steel bush, but I don't have that yet and I don't have the dimensions for what it needs to be bored out, but we can do that later on once we know it all fits. So we're going to drill a hole now. We'll get the bits good, get some really good tacks on here, some little stitches on it, and then we'll do a test fit before we fully weld it. And that'll do us. So we can get the centre pin now for the mag drill. That will drop into the centre pop. And like I say, then once we've gone through this one, we'll bolt the two together and we will go through back to back. So you've got the mag drill set up now. The guide pin is in the centre punch. Put some cutting compound on. The only problem is I ordered the 25mm bit and not a 50, so yeah, that was a bit of bad forward planning by me. So I'm just going to check now to somewhere it says what speed I need. Oh, 23 on 28, so we need onto 1. Like so, magnets on, and yeah, I'll just pop the camera down, and yeah, we can drill our first hole. One down, one to go. So we now have the side rail fully welded up. Bit too high amps on there, a bit undercut. Not brilliant, but it will be nice. It's plenty of penetration. It's only supporting the bush as well. But yeah, this is the good bit. Currently sitting at right about here is 300 degrees. I have cleaned this with a wire wheel. And yeah, the colour was changing back to purple. Might be cool enough now. That'll cool down slightly, but 22mm plate, arc welded, 160 amps, triple welded to have a good thickness of metal. Preheated to 160 degrees with the oxyacetylene, and yeah, it's not a bad weld, to be fair, not a bad weld. I think Jed Hall should maybe start a welding academy. Happy with that. Right, so yeah, where are we up to? We machined a pocket out of here. This is because of the taper on the nose cone. So what I'm going to do now, we've done the same on the other side. So I'm going to send the head up out of the way, clean some of the swarf off. I'll show you the finish we got from the end mill, and yeah, we'll get these installed. So. Really like this. Really like this. Really good. Look at. I think you can get about £1 of swarf on it. Like half a kilo-ish. So yeah, it makes quite a few things magnetic though. So yeah, like I'm saying, the problem is there's a slight taper on the nose cone. Don't know whether mine's just being like a bit squashed over time or whatever, but I could have messed about. I could have clamped this down. I could have put a little bit of an angle on it to make it so it tapers parallel to the nose cone, etc. But I decided against that. And also, what I need is to have somewhere for any debris to get washed out of. So originally, it only needed a little bit out of there. Didn't need this little pocket here taken out. I've done that so any debris can come out and it doesn't get trapped in there and cause corrosion problems. So what I've done is we've used a little end mill. Now you can see the difference as you go across, but there's bugger all there to feel. And we've used a bull nose radius tool in the corners just to relieve any stress points as best we can. So yeah, nice new shiny gloves. Well, not shiny, but you know what I mean. Nice and new. They actually feel really nice and supple. Yeah, we'll leave that one there, I think, as well. But yeah, they feel quite nice to wear. So I'm not sure how durable they're going to be. It's the first time I've worn them. But we are going to find out. So, yeah, drop that on there. That needs to go back on there. Oh my god. Snap-on screwdriver, he will kill me. Let's put that back. Yeah, it's even messier up there. You don't want to see up there, really. You probably do, but you're not going to. Yeah, and we can start clearing all this afterwards. So, this is like the bit that hurts. And yeah, it makes your wings it's a bit heavy. What if a lot of people say, it's not heavy, stop moaning. Right, oh, this is the fun bit now. We've got to get them off of there and onto there. So there is an easier way of doing it that I found, and it involves a little bit of effort and a bit of mechanical or hydraulic assistance. So health and safety first. No, not the gloves, not the boots, not the shorts, but we've got a towel here to protect the paintwork. Yeah, I put these bolts back in because they've got to be slightly shorter than the rest. For some reason the thread doesn't go in as deep due to the casting. So yeah, just has to like kind of go here. That sits on the towel. Bolt goes in the back, which kind of gets it to where I need it, like that. Mishap there. I'm in jack down. Yeah. I hate having no space. Let's assume it would help. Out there somewhere. Gunny, gunny, gunny. That's that one on. Do the same for the other side, and we'll get the front bit on. So the next plan is we need to get that onto there. So it's not too bad, it's just a bit awkward to do all the bolts and that. So my plan is I'm going to sit one end on the jack and then get a bolt in, and then that will let me lift the other end up and get a bolt in the other side, hopefully. And then to get that on, it's not too bad because I can do that on the pallet truck. Just like wheel it in, block it up, and use a hydraulic pump action to lift it on. The only thing is I can't shut my door at the moment because the tractor needs to go back a little bit further. So all we're doing for today really is going to get the front plate on, and then when I get a bit more time we're going to get that on, and then we'll decide how long our pipes need to be, how we're going to fix them so they don't all move and get stuck. We need to put some SCVs on here for quick release. I'm not too sure which way I'm going to go around doing that to make it look nice and tidy yet. And then the other thing that we need to do is then run some pipes down for the SCVs to connect to. So thinking of using steel pipe for that, just to make it look tidier. I can then run it down under the engine mount, under the cab mount, out the way. I don't particularly want to run on top of here. There's no reason I can't. I can go down. If I had a bracket that came up, I could have two pipes in here. They can run down through there under the foot plate and to the back. That's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm going to see about that at the time. The other thing is I'm potentially thinking of using 3/8 rather than 1/2 inch. The reason being, I don't need a lot of flow. Speed's not going to be a great necessity. I don't plan on having anything massive on the front. If I needed to run like a brush or something like that, I could run that with a flexi pipe, just like tied up, going straight to the back. That's not an issue. So yeah, at the moment it's, yeah, it might even run just a manual pump at the minute just to get it working again. My other train of thought is to incorporate a hydraulic pump in here somewhere, or maybe a front PTO. We have the facility for the front PTO underneath, off the normal drop box. I do need to look into that though to see how feasible that is. It would be good to have front and back independent, so I do need to look into that a bit more. But yeah, exciting things are going to be happening in the near future, hopefully, and it will be unique, just like me. So there it goes. Fashion first, gloves, 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 and a bolt. I need a bolt. One down here. So I've oiled all the holes, just because they're just starting to go a little bit of surface rust on them, which I don't really like. And bolt, they've all got oil and grease on, and a bit of dust. So we got the bolt, we got the gun. Like I say, this plate's not really heavy, it's just awkward to hold and get a bolt in. So my bad planning with putting the bolt on the floor, as we can see straight away, that was very bad. Then sort of without me getting too injured. Again, two people makes it exceptionally easy. People don't want to help. Well, no, that's a correction. People do want to help until it comes to helping. and then they're busy. Does that equate to they don't want to help? It might look, it does. What's the saying, old talk? No trousers. So yeah, that can kind of go in there somewhere. Zing them up. Stop anything falling on me. That in there, that in there.